doing an introduction.
Why would we do that?
Okay.
About gay.
I've already started anyway.
Okay, well, the first topic of discussion is games that have created the person that you are now.
Not exactly that, but
Okay, whatever. You know the question I mean.
games that you then made you become a gamer. As we all know what Joe will say, how about we get him to start us off?
Yeah, go on,
Okay.
go on, Joe.
Just
Okay.
one sec, I'm gonna mute myself as I move.
Okay. My sort of game that made me a gamer was obviously Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1 when I watched my dad play it because it was more fun watching it than actually playing it. But yeah, that's kind of what started me because he bought me a PS1 after that, and then I started playing PS1 games. Yeah.
Describe
about you,
how,
sir?
well, how exactly, Joe, did that like inspire you to be a gamer?
Well, I don't know. It was cool. It was something I've never really seen before because I didn't know anything about video games or anything before that. And then my mum bought my dad an Xbox, PS1 even, and one of the games with it was Metal Gear Solid, and it was like literally one of the best games I've ever seen. And I asked for a PS1 after that, and that's how I started playing video games. And now I'm here on a computer.
Started off on a PlayStation. Now you're on a computer.
Started off on a PlayStation, then I went to a PS2, then an Xbox, then an Xbox 360,
Yeah.
and then a PC. I didn't do any of the N64 or anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back.
Alright then.
Well, what inspired me to game was actually Mario Paint.
Mario Paint.
I liked Mario Paint. It was on the Super Nintendo. My sister got a Super Nintendo for her birthday, quite a long time ago, and I was like really young.
I can fucking imagine.
I was like 3, and all I played was Mario Paint.
What do you do on Mario Paint?
You paint. You can make
Yeah.
you can make music on the title screen. You could press the letters, and then funny animations happened. It was really a fun time. Just like a whole bunch of fun.
Yeah.
What about Minesweeper?
No.
That started off my gaming career.
Yeah. What? Just one sec. Something's being annoying. One sec.
Okay. Well, I started off like gaming on the Super Nintendo.
I never played any of those consoles. Any of the old ones. I had... My friend had a GameCube. We used to play that, but that's probably the oldest console that I played.
I guess it comes down to me now with my
Yeah.
Go on,
What's
go on, Marshall.
when I was younger, I pretty much said, "Oh, can I have a Game Boy?" And when you're younger, you don't really ask for any specific games, so my mum just bought like a box of like games, just like of any random games. Some of them were really crap, some of them were alright.
Oh god, and the Wii. Can't forget the Wii. I had a Wii.
Yeah, the
Everyone
Wii.
had a Wii. Everyone had a Wii.
No. Well.
Well, pretty much everyone has played or has a Wii.
Yeah, I had a Wii, and then I gave it to my sister. Yeah, no. After I had the SNES, my sister got a PlayStation 1, and
Yeah.
I played the Rugrats game where you run around chasing things and collecting things.
Yeah,
I completed that like 20 times.
I'd on my Game Boy, I had a bunch of crappy games, but the Rugrats game was just full of mini games.
Yeah.
Was it the same thing on what console were you saying you had it on?
I had the Rugrats game on PlayStation 1.
Yeah, was it the same thing where you had to go around the house and click on the different things to play the games? It was like you would have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what it was the same thing, and I would always get really far, and then my sister would go on it and reset the game. Um,
Wow.
um, but luckily she never did that with my favorite game in the world, Pokemon. No one ever restarted that. Um,
Ooh,
but
don't want to mess with you.
Yeah.
God,
God,
um,
resetting your console. Jeez.
do you know what once happened though? And
No.
it wasn't.
Intrigue me.
Do you remember when the original DS first came out and they released their first set of Nintendogs games?
Oh god, yeah.
Well, I
Remember
loved
doing
mine.
that.
I loved my Nintendogs, and my whilst I was out, my mum let one of her clients' kids
Oh.
play with my Nintendogs. I came back to see they like deleted half of my dogs, including the first one I ever got, and I was like, Mum, don't let kids play with my things ever again.
Wow.
I hate you.
Wow. And you're still in one piece today. That
Wow.
is.
Well, no sh-
All I had left was my Shih Tzu.
oh.
Luckily, my Shih Tzu was the best at catching frisbees in the frisbee competitions. Which doesn't make sense because Shih Tzus are shit.
It's kind of in the name.
I'm
Fuck you, Joe.
sorry. Hold on. I'm going to look for news
Nasri scored. Come on.
because
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna look for news. News with a Z.
What's the news? Okay, so then after the PlayStation 1, I had I got a PlayStation.
What would you say was your proudest moment to say that you are a gamer? You
Proud.
are. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but like
Completing Grand Theft Auto San
I
Andreas.
I I've
Like-
I've defeated the Elite Four a couple of times.
Oh god.
More than a couple of times. When I was younger, I never realised there was like loads of side quests once you finished the game. So I would always just restart the game whenever I completed it and like just do it all over again. Um, just to clarify, I'm talking about Pokemon. And yes.
coming to Gamescom 2013. Splinter Cell Blacklist. What do you think of that game?
Splinter Cell. A lot of people would say it's better than what's the other big kind of game that out at the moment.
I don't know. There
Tom-
are many.
I was about to say Tom Clancy, but that's the exact same thing. What is it? It's mostly multiplayer. I can't remember, but yeah. I guess it's an alright game. It looks alright. They're all going how they don't the enemies are just as clever as you, and you can use to connect to call in your squad or call in airstrikes and stuff. Like you could click the phone but like walkie-talkie button and then you say to connect, I need an airstrike, and
Oh, the end something. End war. End game something. End war. Is it?
That's what it is.
End. It's. I don't
have
know.
No idea. No.
I think it's end war. I'm not sure. I can't find any news. There's no real.
Well,
About the
what-
new Xbox news?
like about them heading.
That I'm not getting.
Well,
Anybody's
I
saying that.
yeah, well, I guess a lot of people will be considering it now that they have pretty much taken a full U-turn with all of their policies and necessities.
Well,
like,
they have, but it's still.
both me and Joe agree that if they try to screw us over once, why can't they just try and do it again by changing the
Because
rules?
they can change it pretty much whenever they want. So. You know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I don't know because like what they said at like E3 when they announced it, it was disappointing because they had so much time because PlayStation had been leaked and everything, and like they had so much time to make a better console. Then
Mhm.
they came out with it requires full connect, and then to later on say that you don't need it anymore.
It was because they had a deal with like
Yeah.
PlayStation that
Yeah,
they
but
were both going to do the same thing, wasn't it?
They
And then-
they went second though. They like when it came to the release, the PlayStation went first, and then it was the Xbox. And you think that they would go, right, these guys have been doing it. They're getting a lot of positivity. Let's copy, sort of, but make it even better. But they were like, ha, no.
Yeah.
I don't know what their reasoning was behind. You know, surely they must have known that constant online DRM and always on Connect and what else were people complaining about? I forget.
It was the you couldn't use used games.
Oh yeah,
Couldn't,
and
like,
that you
let-
couldn't play it offline and
Oh yeah, that was stupid. Yeah.
all of those. Like, I don't really see their reasoning behind any of those, to be honest, because the amount of people that you're kind of cutting out there is quite a large amount. Because not everyone has an internet connection.
Yeah.
Well, I guess probably the majority of people
Yeah,
do.
the majority.
Hmm.
I don't even know why they bothered trying
Bother trying with what?
releasing a new console. I mean, they
Oh,
like,
yeah.
do you remember like after that, like after they released the new Xbox 360?
The slim one.
Yeah, the one that looks like the new Xbox One.
Oh
It's
yeah.
also the Xbox 360. Looks like the Xbox One, but it's still shit as the old one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What have you got to input, Marshall?
On the Xbox One.
Yeah, and PlayStation 4, I guess. Just get a PC. That's all I can say. Just get a PC. It's like better in every single respect, pretty much.
And well, if they ever do something amazing on the consoles, PC will replicate it and probably in a better way.
Like, I could probably give you a list of why PC is better
Go on.
in so many respects.
Probably.
Like,
Carry on, Joe. Sorry.
No, you go.
Probably the biggest thing that like Xbox are trying to push now is that they're indie game friendly. Where I would say that Steam are actually lacking on that. With their what's it called? Where you vote to get the indie games through. Games without publishers. Green light. Yeah, that is rubbish. They're almost like there was a game. I can't remember what it was called. I'll try and get it up on Google, but they didn't have a publisher, so they were going to have to go through the green light system, and they entered their game into the green light. But then they got a publisher. The people who did Robot Unicorn, Adult Swim, they chose to be the publisher, and so they're like, let's get into Steam now. We have a publisher. And they said no, we don't want people to think that they can just get a publisher and be allowed into Steam. You have to get through. But there are loads of games that are nowhere near as good as this game and they made it through because they have a publisher. And some people have been in the exact same situation, but Steam decided to just like give these people the middle finger.
All right.
I
Yeah,
remember you telling me.
I've got a list of reasons why PC is better. I can't think off the top of my head, but here we go. You can agree or disagree, i.e. Marshall and Sam. But okay, the first one is mouse and keyboard supports. Console kids who have grown up with a controller in hand might argue, but there is still no better way of playing just about any game in any genre, not just shooters, than the combination of keyboard and mouse. It just works, offering orders of magnitude more precision and speed than fiddly analog sticks. First point, do you agree or disagree?
I'm having well.
Well,
There's
depends
a
what
big-
game.
There's a big problem since I don't have such a great setup.
Yeah.
We won't go into details, but I don't have a mouse pad or a good quality mouse. So
Or a
Um,
level surface to put your keyboard on?
yes. So I do have a disadvantage already, but I'm trying to get better at using the mouse
Like,
and console,
okay,
like
okay.
FPSs, but I'm pretty. The transaction is quite difficult.
An example for me is, so I was playing on Xbox 360 for like nearly 4 years, and then I was pretty good on that, and then I went over to PC, and then now I'm good on this, and then me and Marshall played a split screen on PS3 today, and we sucked ass. Like we were terrible, so bad.
You weren't that bad.
We really were. Sound like
we were using submachine guns, just spraying each other.
and the amount of hit markers. Oh god.
And the FAMAS is so overpowered.
Okay, number 2.
Don't go
high
into
speed
Modern Warfare
resolutions.
2. We will end up proper raging.
While Microsoft and Sony scream about true HD in their games, but in many cases don't actually deliver it, the PC has been happily running games at 1080p and above for yonks. In fact, the near HD default res of 1280 by 1024 is very 2001. Even a medium rig can handle 1600 by 1200 or more these days. That's true.
When the Xbox first came out, and same with the PS3, the games they released on launch day. Those were all real HD games. They were good quality looking, and the ones that are released now are good quality looking, but they do cut them down quite a bit to fit more in. Like
FOV and all that is because they can't render lots of stuff on screen, so they have to
they get
really
rid of,
knock down the FOV.
I think might have been Borderlands 2 and what's that stealth game that's like steampunky?
Dishonored.
Dishonored. I think that was one of the ones as well where it says HD, but really it's like they just cut it down to what the
It's just the console can't handle it. The hardware's like 8 years old, so there's not really much they can do to keep up with the modern standards.
Yeah, I have not a single clue on how they're gonna run GTA and make it look as good as it does in the trailers. Like that's obviously the trailer stuff is either been done, just been like smoothed over, or it's been done on next gen consoles. And
What, Grand Theft
PCs.
Auto 5?
all the
that
gameplay
is-
trailers.
Yeah,
Is that on
no,
game?
that is actually the Xbox 360.
Oh, Jesus Christ! How've they done that then? It looks amazing. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah. No, but they have been able to kind of take advantage of its things. They've had to limit a lot of things though.
I can imagine like you end up like driving down the street and then suddenly a car just renders in front of you.
You crash straight into it.
That seems
number
like the kind of
3.
thing that could happen, but Rockstar probably. Everyone trusts Rockstar in a way.
Yeah.
Free mods. Consoles might be forgiven for thinking that Little Big Planet et al. Single-handedly invented the idea of user-created content. But guess what? PC gamers have been coding mods such as add-ons, total conversions, unofficial levels, and all manner of other gubbins for, well, pretty much forever. And then distributing it for free for the sheer love of it. That is true.
But that is
Just Cause 2 multiplayer.
That's no line.
Just Cause 2 multiplayer.
Or I mean, really old games like Doom. They have mods on PC.
Wasn't TF2 a mod for Doom, and then it became?
I wouldn't know about that.
I think it was a mod for Doom, and then Valve found it and made it into what it is now.
Don't quote us on that.
Keyboard mashing to tell us that we're wrong.
It was
With the
I watched a video and there was playing some. It was probably Doom, but it was some really old 8-bit kind of shooter thing, and they used someone made a mod where there was a witch coming after you, and these people were panicking, and it's just like things like that with the PC community. That's just really cool.
Number 4, upgradable hardware. We all knew this was going to come. With the aforementioned higher resolutions and textures, chances are a new PC game already looks better than its console counterpart right now. But even if you can't run it with all the visuals tweaked to max, processor and graphics cards prices drop so quickly that it's hardly bank breaking to refit your rig in a year or so for better graphics and more speed. So yeah, that's always going to be true because consoles you can't do that.
Yeah,
Well-
but, like they make games on consoles, so every time you don't need to really need to upgrade.
I think it's gonna be the Ouya is definitely moddable. That was one of the main things they're trying to promote with it. If you consider that an actual like
I
competitor of
really haven't
consoles.
heard much about the Ouya.
Uh,
It was like, oh my god, you can play lots of indie games on it and things, and then now I haven't heard anything about it. Like,
well,
nothing.
you could just like rip it apart and do whatever you want with it. You can make it more powerful. You can like even like try and hack it, really. But they want if they know that you're hacking, that you'll just kicked off the multiplayer of whatever you're doing. Then what other things there? What's the Steam box? They're saying that you can add your own bits to that, but that would be weird because it's such a small box. You'll have to like open the back and like put like a full-sized like extra graphics card in there
Yeah.
because it's a small thing. It's like the size of a tissue box or whatever, and then you would have like a extra game graphics card like hanging out of the back of it.
Okay, rather than reading out, I'm just gonna like just go through the things. So number 5 is cheaper games. Number 6,
well, and Steam sales and stuff like that.
yeah, you're not tied to one online service, so if it crashes, you can just go play something else. 7, no extra dosh needed for playing online. Number 8, unlimited storage space. 9, save game hacking, so if you lose your save, you can just get another one. 10, well, you can do that on Xbox, I think, can't you? I think you can do that. You can get like a cheat box and it has like a load of saves or whatever. 10, unofficial fixes for older games. So like the community will do updates for games that the developer no longer does. Abandonware, the geek term for old games which you can't buy anymore. There are a huge number of classic PC titles out there from years gone by, and many thousands available to download legally for free. And no Red Ring of Death.
What's that game for the Ouya that's going to come to PC? That would be something that we would definitely have to play. I'll tell you when I see it. Ouya has pretty much been known as not the Ouya. It's pretty much this game. This is all anyone ever plays on it. What is it called? I think it's called Towerfall, something like that. You pretty much just set in a room with all of your mates and you kind of sit on the sofa. It's one of the games you could play on the sofa with each other. Like what was we were playing before, Hidden in Plain Sight. It's just like one of those competitive things you could just sit in a room and play.
Yeah.
And
What do you do on it?
you each get 3 arrows. And it's like 2D platformer kind of thing, but you put in a really small room with just like a couple of covers which you can use to hide behind and that. But you have to really plan because it's one hit kill, and it's like 8-bit looking.
Okay.
I'll go on to YouTube because I know one channel that played it.
So yeah, get a PC rather than an next-gen console. However, if GTA 5 doesn't come out for PC, then just get the PS3 because then PS4 even, because then you can play Metal Gear Solid 5.
Play it on Xbox as well.
Shut up.
Also,
Don't get an Xbox, please. Just don't.
most like half of the features that are available for Xbox 360 are like
You can Skype while watching TV and it's like okay.
Well, I could have my laptop next to me whilst I watch TV.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
but all of those features are like US exclusive. All the TV ones, you can't get those outside of the US.
Yeah, like NFL fantasy. Like I've watched one NFL game in my entire life.
Was that
And-
like the most recent Super Bowl?
No, that was ages ago. It was like Miami Dolphins versus someone, and we watched like 10 minutes of it and got bored, and then went on something else.
Is
So
it the Miami Dolphins baseball?
no, it's
Alright.
American football.
Okay.
Sam.
I know
put that on
that
screen.
Oklahoma Raiders, I think. The Indiana Colts, New York Giants,
New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys.
the Dallas Cowboys.
They're pretty good though.
There's this trailer for NBC, and they're trying to promote their
Green Bay Packers.
NBC Sports. NBC is now showing Premier League, and to promote this, they did like a skit with that guy who's in that new film Meet the Millers, the main guy in it, and no, We're the Millers, and it's got the main guys out playing American football coach who then becomes Tottenham Hotspur's coach, and they have to train him as well, and they got a bunch of like cue cards, and they're saying he's going, I've been trying to understand how that I could have myself be more like partner the teams in the Premier League with the teams within the NFL, and then they like show him a picture of Man United. They go, best team ever in this league. You either love her or hate him, and he goes the Dallas Cowboys, and he goes very rich, and then they show him Man City, and he go very rich, and most people don't like him. Also, the Dallas Cowboys, and it's quite a funny thing.
You lost me like
Yeah.
at the start.
Well, sorry. Look, some people would think it was funny. I'm one American viewer. Hello.
If we have one American viewer.
Hi.
He just lives in like some tiny town in like.
I get what that British kid is saying.
You know, these British are kind of smart.
You don't just sit and eat crumpets all day. You talk about stuff that I understand.
All
Goddamn.
American people have just left this video.
I love you, America.
Well done, Joe.
America.
America.
America. America.
Fuck you.
Here to save the motherfucking day, yeah. Right, what is our next topic?
What is this game? I'm trying to find it. Tower. It is Towerfall. Yeah, it's a game called Towerfall.
Towerfall.
It's pretty much been known as like Ouya the game. It's the only game people play.
I'm gonna research this.
I can't be bothered to like even look.
Towerfall. Images.
Alright.
Towerfall
It's-
isn't. Oh wow! Wow. It's a waterfall, Marshall. Towerfall is a waterfall.
It's not.
If you go on Google Images, it is. It's in Yellowstone Park.
No, it's what?
Towerfall.
So you clicked on that image out of all of them.
Towerfall.
When I type in Towerfall,
Game.
the first
Oh, there we go.
5 rows
Oh.
are entirely the game,
Oh,
and then there's
okay.
one picture of a waterfall.
No. I put it with a space. There we go. Images,
Tower.
there we go. Oh, so I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Haha, Towerfall, and there's a picture of 9/11.
That's not funny, Joe.
Shut up, Sam. If you're off camera, you would probably be pissing yourself. Hi. Now even more American people have left.
We're not attracting to the American viewers, are we?
Cut this out, Sam.
But then again, we were sort of rising their patriotism with the America song. America.
Right, I wanna. Did you guys see the Obama clip where it was Mitt Romney and Obama like arguing? Marshall, I think I told you about this.
Have you seen the
There we
video
go.
that's supposed to be of Eminem being stabbed? Have any of you seen that?
I don't think he has been stabbed. Since
He hasn't.
released-
He's
he
in
released.
Ireland.
He released. He's in Dublin. Yeah.
He's in
Oh.
Slane. Place called
He's No, where is he? Glasgow. He's doing a Glasgow concert, I think tonight. So, yeah.
Was slain when he was supposed to be stabbed. It's just a picture of
Eminem-
some guy with.
Rapper Eminem left nearly dead after being stabbed 4 times in New York City.
Yeah.
It's
nah.
a Facebook hoax, and it was it was a thingy, a virus. If you click on it.
Cut for Bieber.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so as I was saying, have you guys seen the video of Obama and Mitt Romney? Where
Nope.
Mitt Romney was telling people
Oh,
about
yeah,
his
yeah,
5-point plan, and then it was Obama's turn to speak. He walks up slowly, the room goes silent, and then he goes, Osama bin Laden's dead, and then walks away. And he gets more cheers than Mitt Romney. Brilliant. Really is.
Okay.
Excuse me.
God's sake.
That's another thing for American viewers to enjoy.
Also.
The game is over and David Silva didn't get a second goal.
Justin Bieber, cut for Justin. Justin, please, I beg you, stop smoking weed, or I might actually kill myself.
Please.
Why does anyone really care? To be honest, I mean, if he kills himself, then that's his own problem. It's like him, and then there's friggin' Miley Cyrus. What is she turning into?
Well, she twerks.
White girl that twerks?
Well, there's like a lot of people. I personally can. I hated her shows on Disney Channel. They're the worst things to happen to that channel. But I could imagine that. Okay, what have you posted here?
Oh my god! What's this one? Look. I wish this happened so bad. I would give anything for this to happen.
Alright.
That's literally what I just linked you.
Oh, but no, you didn't click a view original image.
Well, that's why I sent you. That is disgusting.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Don't put it in the video, Sam. Please don't. That is absolutely disgusting.
It's obviously fake. I saw it. Jesus. I could tell you one thing. Murtasaka's not in my fantasy team anymore.
I don't care.
How can people do that to themselves? Like,
They obviously didn't. It's fake. It looks so fake.
Well, it could be real.
have you? There's a tweet. Mummy, where did you get all those scars? When I was 12, my favourite singer smoked weed, so I cut myself to make him stop.
Imagine.
Your child would love you forever. My mommy's got courage.
I live for the applause. I live for the applause. Live for the applause. Live for the way you scream and shout for me. The applause.
Is this what it's resorted to?
Singing.
It's remember, kids.
It pretty much has.
Well, I can't find anything new to talk about, to be honest.
Oh god.
How long have we been recording for, Sam?
Don't know.
Have a look.
It doesn't say.
That would help. Oh god. Guys probably don't want to know this, but actually I won't even say.
Is this the alleged picture then?
Do you know what would be a great picture to have in our podcast?
Australian student shot dead for fun by US teens.
What would be for fun?
Crikey, mate.
Okay, Sam, I think we're done now. I don't think we have anything more to talk about. I think that's our first podcast.
So
Goodbye.
anyway, I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Please give us support and like if you actually enjoyed the video. If not, just dislike it.
If
I'm
you're
sure-
still at this point now, you have to like it because you know
We've just given
you've watched
you-
this far.
We've just given you like 20 minutes of content, so you know, be
Yeah.
grateful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, bye, guys.
GG. GG. GG.
GG.